Welcome back to FM Interviews for episode 2. Sitting down with Billy Whelan from Hamilton, Wenham. I know a lot of people might be mad from Ipswich that are interviewing him, but it's alright. So first off, to start off, your early years of basketball, how to start? When did you really start loving the game? What type of players really got you into it?
Yeah, so I started playing probably kindergarten, just rec league and stuff. And my two older sisters played in youth, and my dad was a coach then, so I would just go to their practices a bunch. And Annie, one of my older sisters, she was on the team with Macy Zagorowski.
Oh, okay.
And so I just started playing a lot with Marcus and Max, and they really got me into the game. And I just fell in love with it then and just kept going.
What do you guys have for like we have the Y and some outdoor court. What do you guys have in Hamilton?
I would go to the Ipswich Y.
Ipswich Y?
Yeah, I would go there and just play with whoever I could, or if it was by myself.
You got Patton Park too.
Yeah, Patton was a good one. They just have the rims on there are pretty brutal.
Do you guys have a lot of pickup going on there? Or?
Yeah, we get a good amount of pickup games during the summer at Patton. It's fun there.
We don't really have a lot of pickup in Ipswich. I wish that's one thing, but yeah. So who's one player that when you were younger, growing up? I know for me, the big three, the Celtics, Paul Pierce, KG, Ray Allen. That was I loved watching them. So who was kind of players in the NBA or college that you'd always kind of watch?
I would the big three obviously. Growing up watching Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and all them. And then I would just go to a bunch of high school games too. And one of the high school players, Matt Cook, who ended up playing baseball at Northeastern, I think. I just really liked him, watching him play and stuff. And so I guess I just looked up to him and tried to model my game after.
Was he
after
a point guard?
He was a big guy, but I just liked the way he played.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, me and Billy have been playing against each other, and Dan too, the guy who's filming this behind. We've been playing since 5th grade against each other. So my dad was the coach, and then his dad was the youth coach, and we'd be battling and I remember we would have I'd say we were pretty even.
We were
record wise, and then
for
high
sure.
school you guys kind of.
Yeah, high school we had the grades above me were.
You guys kind of smacked us, but those were I remember those were some good battles.
Oh yeah, I remember we had one downstairs at Ipswich. It was an overtime game or something.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't remember any of it, but I just remember it'd be you and it'd just be Billy Whelan and Hamilton against Ipswich. It'd be so funny, man. And that's all people would talk about, and it would be so fun to just compete against, because we'd be dude, that's our high school rival, we gotta beat him and stuff. But even though we didn't really have it yet, but it was it was still there.
Yeah.
But so you come into high school, you made the team freshman year. How was that whole journey? You started young and you were playing with a lot of older kids,
Yeah, definitely. I would say I got a little lucky. Coming in my freshman year, they came off that state championship run.
Yeah.
And they lost a lot of seniors and the Zagorowski twins. And also our coach too. So we had a new coach coming in, and I don't really know. I kind of just got lucky, made the team, and then my coach was like, all right, now that you made the team, you got to prove that you can be on the team. And I would just work my butt off in practice and everything. And when he gave me chances in the game, I would try to take everything I could. And it just kind of grew from there. Me and him had a lot of trust. Coach Demo, love him. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's been a pretty good coach.
Yeah, he was awesome. We just we had a good 4 years together.
Do you think that really helped you develop?
Oh, definitely. I think starting freshman year, just being able to play with people who are 4 years older than me, bigger, stronger, faster, really helped me with my game. I was tiny, all throughout high school.
Definitely practices, right?
Yeah. Practices were good. We had a lot of good players above me too, so they really pushed me. Nick DiMarino, Matt Hockey was really good.
They were all very good.
Yeah.
Matt, he was a player of the year, right?
Yeah, he won the Cal MVP his sophomore year.
Yeah.
And then he went to Phillips Exeter right after.
Does he play college now? Or?
No, he goes to Notre Dame just to study.
That's cool. And then how about Nick?
Nick goes to UMass. We don't have that many college basketball players coming out of Hamilton, really.
Yeah.
Except for the Zagorowskis.
So like you said, the Zagorowski, all that talent and the state championship before, the success Hamilton Wenham had. did you feel a lot of pressure coming in, like, to keep that going?
Definitely, yeah. Just like coming in, it was kind of a completely new team, only like 2 players. My freshman year were on the team for that state championship run, so it was definitely a little bit of pressure coming in, but Coach Demo did a great job implementing that 3-2 zone, and we really stressed defense when we were playing, so I think that helped us a lot.
Yeah, so I kind of took a look. I had to look back because I don't really remember too much, but you guys did make the tournament every year when you were in high school, so that's like something that's very successful and that's very good. But what was the challenges you had to like face every year with like making that tournament every single year? You know, like that's a tough thing to do.
Yeah, some challenges. I mean, just like if you lose a couple games, you kind of get down on yourself, so you just got to keep going. And I don't know, just I'm not really sure. Like we just kind of stuck together as a team, like throughout those years, and we had really good leadership too, all throughout my high school career, and I think that really helped us just staying on track. And we had certain goals that we were trying to get to, like just make the tournament, win the Cape Ann League, and just like make a playoff run. So
Do you think that's like probably one of the biggest differences you guys saw yourself between like other teams and like why you made those tournaments year after year because of the leadership? Like there's always kids like older stepping up and stuff like that.
definitely,
Like do
yeah.
you think that's huge?
Yeah, I think
for a
that was
program?
huge. Yeah, leadership it starts with leadership, I think, because if you have a winning leadership and then you add in that work ethic and add in that good behavior, like results will come with that. So it really starts with the leadership, I think.
So you got a chance to like look at all these great leaders before you, great players before you, and like how did you take that into you becoming a senior and a captain? You know, like especially were you a captain for a football team too? Or?
Yeah.
So so you played, you're captain football, you're captain basketball, and I think you were captain tennis, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So like what did you learn from those guys before to like put it into your leadership when you were a senior?
I guess just keeping everyone accountable, making sure that people are staying on task and like working off season as well as in season, and just making sure that everyone's also having fun at the same time.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to be that brutal captain that's just yelling at everyone. Like when I was a captain, like I just wanted to be friends with like everyone on the
Yeah.
team. Like, and I thought it just made a good culture there. Like if you were just good, but you can also like yell at them if you need to.
Do you think like was there any times that like when you guys lost the game where you found yourself really stepping up as a leader and like after a game talking to players, or a guy was down about playing time? Like do you have any stories about like kind of that? Or
I guess like there was one time, I forget what team we lost to, but it was a close game.
Wasn't us, probably.
And we were just in the locker room and everyone was down on themselves, and like at that point you just kind of got to say like, you know what, it happens, you got to move on and just keep working, and just have a short memory when it comes to that stuff. So,
Yeah, and well, I mean, let's talk about like short memories. So like, you made the tournament every year, which is like really, really good, especially at high school level. But you guys would get knocked out like after 1 or 2 games, and like how tough is that to look back at like every year? Like obviously you're probably grateful to make the tournament. You know, that's definitely something that not everyone gets. But what's it like looking back at that? Like how frustrating was it that like every single year you go in and compete and then lose, and you have to play like Pope John, who was just amazing team. Like we scrimmaged them and we got like blown out by 50. Like so what's it like at every tournament? Like you looking back, like you lose, you win game then you lose and then you go home. You know?
Yeah, it was tough. It was very tough, especially my freshman and sophomore year because we lost to Pope John twice, back-to-back years. They're a great team, but it was just really tough. And you always think back like what could have happened, like should have, could have, would have, and just thinking like, oh, if I did this, that would have affected the outcome. And it just, you really like, you can't think that way because you're just gonna be, you can't do anything about it in the past. But yeah, it was tough just making the tournament, and we never really went too far. We made it to like the North semis, probably was the farthest we went, which was tough, but yeah.
So, you know, you're done with high school. Were you getting college interest?
I honestly was actually getting more football looks than basketball looks. And I knew I didn't really want to play college football. I've always wanted to play basketball in college, just because basketball has been my passion since I was a little kid.
So when you were little, you always wanted to play college. Same for me, I know.
Yeah. And yeah, I wasn't getting any looks, so I was thinking maybe a postgraduate year would help that. And so I right at senior year, I just decided I wasn't gonna apply to any colleges. I just applied to prep schools.
What prep schools did you apply to?
So I applied to Phillips, Andover, and Exeter, along with Deerfield and Williston. So I only applied to 4 schools, and I got into Williston and Deerfield. And I guess my thought process, going into it, I got to visit both schools, and they're really great schools. Deerfield, Deerfield's unbelievable campus. I liked everyone I met there, but just at Williston, they had a really family culture there. And I knew James Lustig, was a senior when I was a junior, did a post-grad at Williston too. So he kind of had a little connection with me there. And I just really liked what they were doing there. And Coach Farmer, who was my coach, was awesome. So I just kind of fell in love with the school there.
That's good. So you chose that school. Take us what was the difference between was it hard for you to go from Hamilton to that school? A lot of your friends are going to college,
Definitely.
So
yeah, it was definitely tough.
what was the transition like?
Coming in, it was really tough because we had open gyms, and the competition. I knew right away I was not in the Cape Ann League anymore. This is the real deal. And just playing with the people on my team, it was tough during the fall. I was getting down on myself. I didn't know if I was gonna play that much. Why am I doing this? Is it really worth it? But I gave up football for that year, so I got to do this strength and conditioning program during the fall, which was really good. Helped with me getting stronger and faster, and just playing against I had to cover our point guard Andre, who he's really good and really quick. So I guess that really made me that helped me a lot. Just adjusting to the type of competition at the prep school level. It was a really good experience. I loved it there.
That's good.
Yeah.
So where is it? What town's it in?
It's in East Hampton, Mass.
East Hampton, Mass. So
Yeah,
how far away is that from?
It's 2 hours from here.
Oh.
So it's right near Amherst.
Oh, okay. So you obviously lived out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what was that like? First time being. I know a lot of us were first time away from college, but I guess you could say you were at a university, kind of a smaller college, but really smaller version. So what was it like first time living off from home?
Yeah, it was definitely interesting having to do my own laundry and just keep my room nice and tidy. But it was good. I learned a lot of good habits there. Just really prepared me. I think it's gonna prepare me for college pretty well. And I got to meet a lot of people from just all over the world. My roommate was from Guatemala.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
and
really
one
cool.
of my good friends from Tokyo. They're just all over the place. And I just thought it was really cool. Coming from Hamilton, everyone's kind of the same here. So just being able to reach out and talk to people from different countries and just get their perspectives on things.
But alright, so were you really close with your teammates? Was that probably your closest friends? Or?
Definitely, yeah. My team was it was my friend group. We always had fun together. Yeah, it was a good time.
Were there more post-grad kids there, or people in the same boat with you, or just?
Yeah, we had 19 postgraduates.
Oh.
Not for basketball.
Oh,
we had,
okay. I was gonna say
4, including me, 4 postgrads for basketball, which was good. We had a kid from Australia, another kid from Maine, and a kid from Connecticut.
Any kids on your team gonna play college next year?
Yeah, so Cooper Creek, who's from Australia, he's going to Assumption next year.
Yep.
Wall Maywin, who's from Maine, he's going to UMaine to play. And then Dylan Ward from Connecticut's going to Wesleyan to play. So I'll play him, which would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. So take us through that season. how'd it go? I saw you guys went 15-7, but you didn't make the tournament for I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
If you want to explain to everyone how that season went.
Yeah, season one, it went pretty well. We started off kind of shaky. We were just because it was the first time all of us were playing together, so we kind of had to gel as a team. And I think going into December break, we were 3-4 or something. And then we really came together as a team, and it was a good time. I really liked it, and our coach did a great job, I think, with just coaching us and making us a better team. And we had great leaders also. People really stepped up. So yeah, it was pretty good.
So you went 15-7. So why didn't you guys make the tournament? You guys were in Class A.
Yeah, we were in Class A. So apparently the way they make the tournament playoffs is they had a committee of 6 coaches.
Oh, okay.
Who would just pick the teams that would make the playoffs. So yeah, I really have no real reason as to why we didn't make the playoffs, but all of us were really bummed about that because we thought we could make a run.
So was it selection show Sunday and you're sitting there just waiting, refreshing the page, and then it comes up and you're not in there?
Yeah, it was literally like that. We were all waiting just because we really thought we had a good chance of making it.
I know any team that's 15-7 around here, you're gonna probably make the North Finals or something. So.
Exactly. Yeah, it was definitely heartbreaker when we found out we didn't make it. And the 2 other teams that made it above us, we did lose earlier in the season, but we had better records than them. So it was just kind of weird.
Do you say your conference was pretty strong though?
Definitely, yeah. There were so many good players and
what
many
schools?
good teams. So Loomis Chaffee won the whole thing.
Okay.
They beat Hotchkiss in the finals. And then Phillips Andover, Exeter. There were a lot of good teams. St. Sebastian's, Thayer Academy. Yeah, I think that Class A is probably the deepest class for the NEPSAC. Just strength-wise for each team, it goes really deep.
Or some the craziest kids you played prep?
So I played Dalian Johnson, who is from Phillips. He went to Phillips Andover. He's going to Penn State next year.
Oh.
Yeah, he was really good. And then played another kid, Jordan Geronimo, who's from St. Paul's. He's going to Indiana next year. Played 2 kids from Suffield. One's going to Lehigh. He was the point guard. He was really good. And the other kid's going to Syracuse. He's a 7-footer.
Oh, what's his name?
It's Macabre.
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah,
I'm a Syracuse fan, so
really?
yeah. I mean, so you were in Syracuse shorts.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just fun, getting to play against those, that kind of competition.
Even though you're going to Connecticut College, D3, you still get to always say to your kids, and you're going if that guy goes to the NBA, you're I played against him,
Exactly. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed that year. I thought it really helped me develop as a person in the classroom as well as on the court. I just think I matured a lot more for that year, so I was really happy.
Were you kind of scared in the beginning, a little intimidated?
Yeah.
How'd you get over that?
I mean, I guess I was the smallest on the team by a good amount, I would say. And you just kind of have to keep working and just don't let anyone take anything from you. You nothing's gonna be given to you. You have to earn everything. So just if you put your mind to it, you can do it if you really want to.
So we put it actually in the beginning of this video. Dan edited it up, but your buzzer beater that you hit for the win. So take us kind of through that. They've seen it, and I'd say it was pretty sick. So kind of take us through that game, what happened, the play, the huddle.
Yeah, we were playing Wilbraham and Munson. It was a showcase game because we were playing at UMass, which is actually really cool. We played in the cage, and yeah, that game was crazy. We were down in the first half by probably 11 or 12, and we started coming back, and we were down pretty much the whole game. And I think I hit a 3 in the corner to tie it with like 20 seconds left in regulation, and then I don't know, nothing happened, and we went into overtime. And our big guy Malik McNeil really stepped up in overtime. He had a couple and ones that helped us because they're a really good team, WMA. They ended up winning the Class AA championship.
Oh, okay.
And then in double overtime, we were down 4, and Wall, our PG, he hit a 3 with 4 seconds left to get us to 1, and then we fouled them. And the guy shooting the free throws, he missed the first one. And he probably should have missed the second one to just get the clock running, but he made the second one. And so there were 4 seconds on the clock. And like we drew up a play for me to inbound it and just like throw it all the way down the court to our big guy. And he would like pitch it off to one of the guards coming across.
A little QB action.
Yeah, exactly. And when I threw it, they tipped it out of bounds, like right on the sideline with like, I think it was 1.4 seconds. And we had no timeouts left, so our coach just was like, we had a play called Fisco where the inbounder would like pass it to our big guy and we would run around for like a little handoff. And he told me to inbound it, and I was really surprised at that. And so I was like, okay. And I kind of just went, and it was designed for me to go to the right, but since there was like no time on the clock, I just decided to cut it left. And yeah, I don't know. The rest is history, I guess.
So it's kind of like, you know, like you're growing up, you're like playing and you're driving, you're like 3, 2, 1, and then like, I don't know, that's never happened for me. I'm sure it's never really happened for anyone, so like, that's something you could always really have, you know.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely the greatest moment in my sports career, probably. It was awesome.
Yeah, so after you graduated, do you play sport in the spring, or?
I was supposed to play tennis, but
Okay.
The whole coronavirus happened, so couldn't do that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But so what looks did you get? I know you chose Connecticut College in the end, but were you getting more looks? Like how did that whole process go?
Yeah, so we had open gyms in the fall where college coaches could come and like just watch us play pickup against each other. And yeah, Connecticut College went, and we started talking then. Like I went to a bunch of camps during the summer going into the postgraduate
those prospect camps.
Yeah. And I was getting pretty down on myself just because no coaches were really reaching out. So I was just, I don't know, I was pretty down on myself. And then the open gyms happened, and Coach Begley from Connecticut College he liked what he saw, and we just started talking and having, and then their head coach came down, Coach Sweeney.
Came to a game, or?
Yeah, they went to a couple games, which was nice. And then I was also talking to Trinity for a little bit, but they ended up having too many guards on the team, so they didn't.
Well, that's like D3, like everyone's got guards.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's just like the same issue I went through, like, you know, like you're looking for these schools, you're like reaching out, like, they got like 10 guards coming back, you know, so it's definitely tough. But so Connecticut College, like I saw they had kind of a rough year last year.
Definitely, yeah.
Do you see yourself coming in, helping out, like coming off the bench, starting?
Yeah, I know that, well, they have a new coach, Coach Sweeney. Last year was his first year. And yeah, they had a tough year this year, but yeah, I'm just trying to come in and contribute as much as I can, and just push everyone to be better, and start turning this program around. Because yeah, they've been at the bottom of the NESCAC conference for.
It's a good conference, though. There's a lot of good schools.
Yeah.
And like the thing is with that conference, like good Division III players like go there because it's like smart schools. You know what I mean? They know they're not going to go NBA. They know they're not like top D1, so they're just going to go to a good D3, and like that's why the conference is so tough. So I feel like that's definitely gonna help your experience from prep. You know, going to Connecticut College challenges. I saw that they wear Jordan though, Air Jordan jerseys. That's pretty sick. I wish I had that. But so what are you majoring in? Have you decided?
I haven't decided yet. I'm interested in economics maybe.
Okay.
And I'm also not opposed to teaching and coaching as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I have until the end of my sophomore year to decide my major.
Okay.
So just go in there undecided probably.
Did you like the school when you toured it?
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful campus. I went on tour when they were on winter break, so not everyone was there, but I got to watch a game and hang out with some of the basketball kids.
Oh, that's cool. So,
Yeah.
like they're nice kids. You know?
Oh yeah. I really liked my visit when I went there.
Yeah, definitely go try to visit a school if you can in the winter, for like New England,
Oh, definitely.
because you want to get a feel of like what it's like when it's like snowy and cold, not when it's like 70 out and sunny and
Yeah.
stuff. So like, is there any like thing that you like kind of take from your whole career so far? You know, you got youth, Hamilton Wenham, being a leader in Hamilton, and then moving to prep. You know, like, what advice would you give people like about high school basketball, about working out on your own, about prep basketball? You know, like what's type of advice you'd give to kids who are trying to go on the same path maybe you did?
Well, so like I played 3 sports in high school, so I wasn't able to play like AU really, and I think that kind of hurt me in the recruiting process a lot. I think most of the recruitment that kids get are from the AU circuit, but I wouldn't have given up a sport to play AU. I've really liked my experience playing different sports, and I think that by playing
definitely
those
helpful.
different sports, it does help and translate to the other sports. And I would just say, like a piece of advice is just never do anything halfway. Like if you're gonna do something, do it at 100%, and just keep working. Like the best thing you can do is just work as hard as you can, because the results will come. So yeah.
Definitely. So you say you want to coach one day. Like, what's kind of your goals in that? Maybe if you do go down that path. I mean, you could do something economics. You know, you could still coach on the side. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, high school, AAU, training?
I'd probably do high school if I
High school?
could. That would probably be my ideal situation. I don't know if it would be prep school or public school, but yeah, I really like the prep school atmosphere though, and my coach, he was really good.
Better money, probably too.
Yeah, probably. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a path to continue. You know, so it's so far good path. But wish you good luck at Connecticut.
Thank you.
And I mean, maybe we'll play against each other. You know, who
Yeah,
knows?
definitely.
But, thanks for coming on.